This is WPSX-TV, Channel 3, with studios at the University Park campus of the Pennsylvania State University.
And now we're back to the home stretch, the final three of the AA championship. Shel Siegel along with Larry Sheridan and Marv Walensik, Frank Muricy of Notre Dame High School, District 11, and Craig Thurber, Greenville High, District 12. Larry?
Okay. Congratulations to Wilson wrestler. That's, I believe, only the fourth champion Wilson's had. And I think the last time they had a champion, about 7 years ago, with Troy Handlovic, won it along with, those are the days of Matty Gerhard out of Catasauqua.
Jim Miller and his Greenville coaching assistant. The official on the mat is Fran Michael. 21 years for Yogi, hails from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. And his assistant is Bob Durr from Lidditz, PA.
It's going to be an interesting match in terms of how they got here. Muricy, 7'6", 10'6", 4'2", the master of the tightrope walk. On the other hand, Thurber is a technical fall, a big 14-8 win, and another technical fall. So you have two guys who got here by different roads.
The Greenville wrestler, Craig Thurber, is in the blue wrestling uniform.
Muricy on top. Looks like he's going to get the takedown. Nothing's said so far by the referee. Got to get his head out and his arm up.
Neutral.
Lifting up.
Muricy is coming close to the takedown, Larry.
You're neutral.
There's still restraint put in there by the other wrestler.
Yep. Now there's the takedown.
And now this two goes to Thurber of Greenville.
He actually had the hand in. It was a switch. Classic. Hand in, one leg.
The referee recognized that and never called the takedown because there was constraint and restraint.
And distraint.
Kurt Weaver and his Notre Dame coaching staff.
Notre Dame High School, located along Green Pond Golf Country Club.
Craig Thurber of Greenville is
stalling.
Got the yellow knee pads. That's probably the best way to distinguish these two
Failure
wrestlers.
to bring your opponent to the mat.
Failure to return him to the mat, or to make a solid attempt to return him to the mat. Not done.
Thurber of Greenville, Muricy, Notre Dame.
One.
District 10 and District 11. 2-1 score. Favor of Thurber of Greenville.
Now the question comes, which man will go offense?
Last year, Thurber was a runner-up. And Muricy was fourth. And we have another takedown. Now it's 4-1.
In on that single. High crotch, convert to the double, take him to the mat, pop the head.
Thurber leading.
There's some of this crowd that has come here today to Hershey, to this very gracious and well-hosted tournament. People here couldn't have been nicer. The whole Hershey organization, this arena, the people surrounding it, even the people who are at this moment dishing up the ice cream, Mr. Siegel.
Still no attempt.
Neutral.
No change of position, rather.
Thurber's unbeaten this season. He's 35-0-1.
We may get a change of position, but the control still rests.
Muricy won the Catholic High School Championships, 32-1.
Thanks. 4-1 the score, 1:27 left. Craig Thurber of Greenville leading over Frank Muricy, Notre Dame High School.
Pop.
We may get a stalemate. Nothing moves off this combination.
Stalemate. Get set.
How about the woman? Behind her? Watch her in the
Pop.
Stand-up attempt, trying to break free, but Muricy maintains control. Thurber comes back. A little battle of the bulge here. And control still stays with Muricy. 1 minute left, second period. 171-pound state championship. Double A. Mentioned earlier, there was a benchmark. Number of kids in school, I think 282, between 9th, 10th, and 11th grades. You have more than 282, you're Triple A. And Marv, you're going to research why the number was 282, not 275 or 300.
And Shell's going to take that as the handicap this year in the annual match.
We talked about Wilson High School being just outside of Easton, or really being in Wilson Burroughs, and potentially dangerous on the knee. Green Pond is midway between Wilson Easton High School and Freedom High School. Notre Dame.
Larry, while we're doing this, I want to compliment our camera crew again. Earl and Jose, the whole truck, Sandy Snyder in the production. They never fail you. They're just marvelous. As good as being on the mat when you have our camera people and our production people doing their work. Everybody who's worked so hard, spent 2 days here, actually 2.5 days just doing it all. What a great bunch of guys to work with.
Standing switch attempt. Still maintaining control is Notre Dame's Muricy.
20.
But he's on the short end of a 4-1 score with 15 seconds left in the second period. Thurber trying to get out.
Period running down, and it'll be a 4-1 lead for Craig Thurber.
None. And the period ends.
The period concludes with Thurber of Greenville leading.
Red juice is down.
In Marvin, there you see Craig Thurber's mother, #1 cheering section. And her son is 2 minutes away.
Reminds me of Gail Retrieve at a Lehigh wrestling match when Kaz was wrestling.
2 minutes away from a championship.
Nobody would sit with her.
Well, we'll see her reaction if she wins. If Craig wins this bout, this ought to be an interesting final minute and a half.
Another dive in by Thurber. Trying to go around the back is Muricy. Muricy trying to go around the back. Contained by...
Well, he's doubled across that arm now, Larry. He's just going to let him go.
Now got a double leg attempt by Muricy, but they're edged right at the edge and go out of bounds.
1:19 to go, 4-2 lead. Thurber out in front.
Thurber slowing down just a little bit.
This is the way the Notre Dame coaches view this match.
He could get called for stalling in the next 20 seconds, and that may change the tempo. Lift, trying to bring him to the mat. He's got control, but you must bring him to the mat. Nothing so far. And his knee is out.
1:04 to go, 4-2 lead. Craig Thurber's mother looking on, chomping on that gum. And we've got momentary timeout. We've got 1:04 to go in a 4-2 lead for Thurber. Our thanks to all the great people at the PIAA, to Dr. Russell Werner, PIAA Executive Director, good friend Bradley Cashman, Associate Executive Director. The tournament director for the PIAA Wrestling Tournament is Bob Lombardi. Financial manager Bill Holland, and the tournament advisor is Bob Craig.
And Hershey's has paid off in the form of a 1-pound chunk of ice cream.
I don't know, but Marv Walenzik lasted how long? Almost 2 full hours before somebody had to deliver a food transfusion to him. But I know you really ought to be complimented, Marvin. I've never seen you last this long.
You're in Hershey?
Without stuffing your face.
Hershey ice cream?
I wanted Hershey candy. I didn't get any. I didn't get a kiss.
110.
Well, you'll be elected to the Hall of Fame a little later on, and Marvin will give you a proper...
Dive in. 1 minute to go. Just slipped right in and picks up a takedown, 6-2, and that may seal it, but I'm not too sure. Muricy is kind of turning the tide. In spite of the fact that he's 6'3", he just got caught napping there.
The only other Notre Dame state champion was Mark Carell back in 1980. The last Greenville state champion was Norman Walker back in 1976. And Greenville is
6-3 the score.
3 points away, 30 seconds away from a victory.
I don't know whether it's Mama or the women behind her. It must be the brothers and sisters. That's I don't know what's more fun to watch.
Put a half a shot on her, a split screen shot on her.
You'd love that.
Time running down.
There's a Porter Nelson block that you got to really take the chin and sit through. It doesn't do any good when you're trailing to use a block. What you want is a move. And Porter Nelson would have been effective there. You sit through, take the chin, and you'll come up with a takedown and something else.
Craig Thurber wins by a score of 6-3 and becomes the champion at 171 pounds. Awards now.